Şimdiki oturumumuz Nestle ile olacak. Dünyanın en büyük yiyecek ve içecek şirketlerinden biri olan Nestle, dünya genelinde 189 ülkede ve 2000'den fazla global ve yerel markayı bizlere ulaştırıyor. Nestle Türkiye'nin CEO'su burada. Ben de kendilerini sahneye davet edeceğim. Müsaadenizle İngilizce devam ediyorum. Nestle is one of the largest food and beverage company in the world. They have more than 2,000 brands ranging from global icons to local favorites, and they are present in 189 countries around the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite to the stage the CEO of Nestle Turkey, Felix Allemann.
Merhaba. Nasılsınız? Hoş geldiniz. I'm sorry we need to do it in English, and I think the purpose is also because I'm a strong believer that English is a very important language for anybody, because the moment you go abroad from Turkey, you need that language, or if you want to have international information, that's also the only way to get it. Very quickly, I have a happy family, one wife, 2 sons, and a cat. So my 2 sons, they're already grown up. One lives in Modena. He has been studying mechanical engineering and economy. The other is in Barcelona doing his master in sports management after graduating in Boston College with marketing and finance. So, yeah, actually the first one did Georgia Tech. So, I can share with you that one of the most important things I will keep in mind about life is happiness. I think if you manage to get a job and a life where you can stand up every morning looking at your mirror and smile while you are putting your lipstick or while you are shaving, I think that is the great thing you can have. I will not do anything in my life different, because the moment I think it's for money or I sacrifice something which I don't like to do, I might need to do a change. Now, I also have it very clear, I will not tell you my life story and putting everybody asleep. I think I will go more into the insides of the story, because that is what I think is your takeaway from here. And by the way, please don't take that as recommendations or any teaching. I think it's just insights. You might take them or might not take them, that's your choice. So everybody lives his own story, but just imagine sometimes it happens that you say, why the heck this other person gets promoted and I'm still staying in the same? Or why my other colleague won in the lottery and I don't have money? And then you can become jealous, and you really can turn into the past or into the problem side, and it's your energy. Because you put your energy in the negative side instead of living today, tomorrow, and put your energy in what you are going to do in order to change what you need to change in your life, or what you have to do in order to make performance work for you. So, I think this is about being on the solution side or being on the problem side. And your energy is one. So, I'm here also to give you some reflections and some learnings, and I hope this will help you along your life. Actually, and we might have the first slide here. Yeah, please, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really thankful to my parents, because I had a really rough start. I can tell you, when I was around 12 years old, my father crashed with his business, and my mother had to put the money from anywhere. We had to rent rooms at our house, food got a little bit more simple, and they told me, we give you the roof over your head, but you have to work for your money. So I did have many different jobs. Actually, my first job is 12 years was mixing cement, and then I went on to make distribution of newspapers. I had a job as painting bathrooms and many others, and also part of it was working in an advertising agency. I then started to do my high school, and there I still kept on doing many jobs. After high school I said, now game over, you know, I want to have a decent life, so I want to work, so I started in a bank, and at the end I said to that bank, I would like to go abroad, you know, because my performance was really a good one. They were very happy with me, and they said, yeah, great for you, but not for us, because we only send abroad who has a bachelor at least, so you need to have a university degree for that to be on that list. Great insight. I was really happy to hear that, because it changed my life. I went back to study. So sometimes you need a different kick. And I think this also helped me to make sure that I'm more selective in my choices. Because you might live just and say everything goes fine, but you never question. So I still had to earn my money, but this was really an important change. So after that, I then had this university degree. I did specialize in finance and data processing, and I'm telling you that because my game was, my goal was to go into marketing, but I said finance you need to study, there you learn it better, marketing you can learn in practice. I joined Unilever, and that was kind of a big eye-opener for me, because I really discovered with this that my passion for marketing and for business is really a very serious one. That was kind of what was making for me the difference. By the way, I think marketing is like chess. You want to win space. You want to win market chess. And on the chess game, on the chessboard, you also want to win space. But in Unilever, even performing very well, everything went nicely, I had still my strong dream to go abroad. I wanted really to get out of this small Switzerland. Switzerland has 6 million inhabitants. You do marketing there, it's really not the best platform to do. And so I joined Nestle and I went to South America. So maybe just quickly, I started in Brazil, then Chile, then back to Switzerland, back to Brazil, Venezuela, Argentina came, and now I'm here in Turkey. Actually, if you allow me, why don't we make an analogy of a career, of a journey of somebody with launching a product? Huh? Make sense? Let's see how this works together. Let's have a look. So, we might go to the next chart, huh? Yeah. So, in a product launch, you might have different stages. So you go for the ideation, screening of the opportunities. You then have the concept development and testing, goal definition, marketing strategy, product development, continuous improvement and sustainable, make it sustainable also in its relevance. So you might have relaunches, you might keep it up to date, so we need to work always on that. And if we now look at our situation, so I might say my prototyping was when I went, my ideation was when I had these many different jobs, mixing cement, distributing newspapers and all that. It actually helped me to learn that many different things might be there, but your passion is probably on one side and not on the other side. It's also about making sure that you find finally what is really what you want to do. So there are many opportunities, but at the end of the day, you really need to nail it down for you. And that's not easy at the beginning. If I would ask you, what do you want to work? Where do you want to be in the future? I don't think that many of you would have the answer to that. So, when I then went to the bank after the university, that was kind of my, when I went to the bank before the university, that was kind of my first prototype. That was kind of the first job I had to find out. And I can tell you, a bank might be very interesting for some, but for me it was not. I said I would never want to work again in a bank, and that's a very important conclusion as well. And the second was then with the testing in Unilever. I think that was also a very important place. It went very well, but it didn't fit completely to my situation, because Unilever did not want me to go abroad in a short time. And if you look at the products, I like food. I like to eat what I develop. I like to know it. If I would be a chemical engineer, I might be fine with a soap. But if I have a soap as somebody not being a chemical engineer, that's very difficult to really know a soap. You can wash yourself, you can do many things with a soap, but at the end of the day, you cannot really experience it the same way. So I think Nestle brought me that closeness. And I think it's also important that we not only have this closeness to products, but that we can enjoy what we do. You know, this is really making then things much more relevant for you. Maybe one more thing at that stage. I think when you start very early, it's important about brands.